So how do we recommend people organize their content or plan for their content so that it's most effective for their customers and for them selling their program? So we have to think about the customer's perspective. Now, we're very knowledgeable in our subject matter. If not, you wouldn't be considering building a course on it or building a membership around it. So we have the disadvantage that we know our content really well, and our perspective relative to the customer is going to be buying it is very different. They're very naive. They have no idea what they're talking about in our space. Many times they have misconceptions, and they have things that we have to correct as part of our either selling or teaching process. So with this in mind, we need to look at our content as a big, long river of content, a lot of content, a huge volume of material, because we know so much about it. But then we have to look at it upstream as tributaries or small streams that are flowing into this big river. And what we want to do is either pull out slivers of content from the big river and make a tributary out of it, or we have to come up with our own little tributaries that might be fringe content or, content we hadn't considered covering in our program to attract an audience. Because people aren't out there going, hey, how do I learn everything there is to know about this subject matter? They're trying to solve some problem. They're trying to, maybe educate one of their team members on something. Maybe they're trying to acquire a skill they don't have that's key to accomplishing something. And so we have to think about these tributaries as, think of it like a landing page, something that has a headline, something that's trying to sell someone on something that we do. And we want to give them something concrete, solid. We want to get them a win in 30, 45, 60, on the outside 90 days. They don't know who we are. They don't know exactly how credible we are. They've done some of their research, but now they've decided to buy from us. And so what you want is for that first buy to be something that they're looking to accomplish. If it's weight loss, you want to come up and do something like, hey, lose 10 pounds in 30 days. I like to, experiment with new topics. And right now, pickleball is really, popular and interesting. And let's think about, there's a huge river of content in teaching pickleball, but think about a landing page with a title, A First Timer's Guide to Playing Pickleball, or Practicing Solo to Improve Your Pickleball Game, or Recruiting Friends to Form a Pickleball Group, playing group or league. All of these are trying to go after something that somebody is Google searching. They're looking for something. And if you can create a course, a mini course probably, that can be delivered in response to a query people are making online, you've got a great way to attract people, deliver a mini course, some initial amount of content, get people a win, establish yourself as their expert, someone that really knows what they're doing, and now get them to the point where they're saying, hey, this was pretty good. What should I do next? Now, when you first sold to them, they're kind of like, hey, I need this. And it's almost like they're telling you, the expert, what they want. Now you've spent some time educating them, delivering on what they want. But now you can start transitioning over to the expert that's now a guide telling them what they need to do next. If you're, I don't know, let's say teaching golf. I play a little bit of golf. And, something that a lot of people really want to learn how to do is how to drive well, because it's very embarrassing when you're playing golf and you're on the first tee and everybody's watching and you botch it. And it's embarrassing. It looks stupid. So if you sold a mini course that said improving your drive on the first tee, literally going after that one problem that some golfers want to address. If you know anything about golf, that's probably not where you should focus most of your attention. You really should focus on your green play, and on your short game. Even if you don't know about golf, don't worry about it. But if you try to sell the short game from the beginning to someone who doesn't care about golf and improving their game long term, they're really just trying to figure out a way not to be so embarrassed off the tee, you're going to miss a sale. So the whole point is, at the beginning, you sell what they want. You build a training program that addresses their want, even if you, the expert, know that's not what they probably should be learning first. But it gives you a chance to teach them something, get them a concrete win, get them past any maybe self-doubts they might have about their ability to learn from you. And now you've established yourself as their expert. So from an organization of your program, you've got this huge river of content that you could be sharing from them. But what you choose to do is give them the sliver that they're most wanting, the one that's in most demand. Then when they're at the end of that, now you try to say, hey, now what you need, me, the expert, telling you is this. And you give them a list of, let's put you on this learning track. It could be that it's a 6-month program. It could be that now they're in a recurring payment subscription where they're paying you money over the next, 6, 9, 12 months in order to get them through a lot more content in your library of materials to get them to an end. And it could be one track, it could be maybe multiple tracks. But at this point, you as the expert are in a good position to help them select from what you think are several good choices.